Hello, good morning. Apparently this went live before I had all of my papers in a row here. But, well, good morning, and I just want to welcome you to my to Thursday morning scope here. These are all of the places that you can get a hold of me. I'm Virginia George from virginiageorge.com. And I'm really excited about this. My mastermind group and I, we have decided to do kind of a Periscope tag here. So this is where you can get a hold of everybody and who will be on next. My good friend Katie Horner, followed by Donita Fogelman, and then Danielle's times are going to be varying. And then this is going to be this is the schedule that we'll be scoping through. So today is Thursday and inspirational kinds of things. I'm going to get you set up here. Okay, so hi, good morning. My name is Virginia George, again, and I blog at virginiageorge.com. And today I just wanted to take a couple minutes and talk about value. One thing that I'm learning a lot about is that so a little bit of my backstory. I grew up in a Christian home with just kind of a normal Christian upbringing. Nothing dramatic, I guess, really all that much. But I still kind of grew up with my value being tied to what I was able to accomplish. So I was a good student, and if I didn't do well enough in school, then, I wasn't as valuable, or, things like that. And so one thing that I'm really trying to learn about right now and to drive home is just the fact that we all have value, regardless of where we are, who we are, what we've done, what we've accomplished. And most of us, we look at our value, it's either competitive or comparative. So we compare ourselves to other people, and we get our value because we are better than somebody else. Or we lose value because we are not better than somebody else. And alternatively, our value also can be competitive, where we compete with other people. And again, we gain our value from whether we win or lose that competition. There's a lot of comparison in our lives, and it's not a healthy thing. Each one of you has value for the simple fact that you are alive. You are here. God created you. And you have a purpose on this earth, regardless of what you think it might be, or whether it's as important as somebody else's purpose. So each of us is here for a reason, and we all need to just embrace that and really start to change our self-talk. And that's really what has worked for me. It has been really changing the narrative in my mind. When I hear something or I start to think something about what I am feeling, or about who I am, I have to stop, and I have to grab a hold of that thought and say, hey, that's not true. I have value. I am important. I am strong. I am powerful. I am loyal, and just give myself kind of a little mini pep talk, I guess. But just understanding who I am in Christ, and who God created me to be, and just really rewriting that narrative in my mind, rewriting that self-talk. And it's taken several months of me very actively doing that, and it's getting better. So I want to read this to you. This is from a book. Somebody photocopied it for me. Actually, my therapist. So The Basics of Human Worth. And there are 5 axioms based on Claudia Howard's work, just about the basic human value. So the first is that all have infinite, internal, and unconditional worth as persons. Number 2 is that we all have equal worth as people. Worth is not comparative or competitive. Although you might be better at sports, academics, or business, and I might be better at social skills, we both have equal worth as human beings. So don't compare yourself to somebody else and say, well, they're better at this, so I'm not as valuable. You have your own strengths, and just because you perceive your strengths as different or less important than theirs doesn't mean that they actually are. And it's kind of an aside to that, I used to work at Starbucks, and I worked evenings, and all of our tips were banked. So we dropped all of our tips in the safe, and then they were split up based on the number of hours that everybody worked all week long. And obviously, the evening didn't get tipped as much as the morning did. We didn't have the traffic. However, if us evening folk didn't do our jobs, the morning would not go as smoothly because they wouldn't have everything that they needed stocked up and ready. The store wouldn't be clean. All of those things. So really we operated as a team, as a whole store. So even though I wasn't on shift during the high traffic times, I absolutely contributed to the success of the store during those times. So each of us has a role in this world. We have a role to play. And just because, maybe you're not on during those high traffic times, but you still contribute to the success of this world. So the third one is externals neither add nor diminish worth. Externals include things like money, looks, performance, and achievements. These only increase one's market or social worth. Worth as a person, however, is infinite and unchanging. Yeah, okay. Okay, you can sit with me, but you have to be quiet. So then, number 4, stop, is that worth is stable and never in jeopardy, even if someone rejects you. So your worth is never dependent on somebody else's acceptance or somebody else's opinions of you. And this, I think, is really important when it comes to relationships and codependency, is to understand that your value is not based on somebody else's opinion of you. And then lastly, worth doesn't have to be earned or proved. It already exists. Just recognize, accept, and appreciate it. So that is this morning's talk on value. It's just something that I'm really learning about and really trying to embrace, is just, and it seems kind of funny to say that I'm trying to embrace my own value. Stop, please. But truly I am trying to embrace my own value and kind of recondition myself after all of these years of just really looking down on myself and really just being really hard on myself. So, all right, with that, I suppose we should stop, please. We should wrap this up. So I'm going to give you the schedule again. So here is our Monday through Friday schedule. Tomorrow will be knitting by the fire, which is just kind of time I'm going to talk about whatever feels like it's going to be good. There is we'll just be chilling by the fire is the plan. So, stick around and hop on to with Katie here in just a few minutes. Thank you.
Are you done?